The advertisement board is made up of 3 elements: metals, non-metals, and semi-metals. At the end of this lesson, you should be able to identify location of metals, non-metals, and semi-metals in the periodic table. State the importance of the periodic table. Identify the location of metals, non-metals, and semi-metals in the periodic table. Classify the 3 elements based on the periodic table. How did the scientists classify all the elements? Every element is classified as a metal, non-metal, or semi-metal metalloid based on experimental observations of its physical and chemical properties. Calcium is a metal, silicon is semi-metal, and sulfur is non-metal. Observe the periodic table. The periodic table consists of arrangement of elements in 3 categories: metal, non-metal, semi-metal, metalloid. Where are the metallic, semi-metallic, and non-metallic elements located in the periodic table? Most metals are located on the left side and in the middle of the periodic table. Group 1 and Group 2, the alkali metals, are the most active metals. The transition elements are also considered metals. The nonmetals are located on the upper right corner of the periodic table. Nonmetals are separated from metals by a line that cuts diagonally through the region of the periodic table. The semimetals or metalloids are located along the line between the metals and nonmetals on the periodic table. Semimetals will show some metallic and nonmetallic property. Observe the periodic table. Give a few examples of metals, nonmetals, and semimetals. Examples of metals are calcium and zinc. Examples of nonmetals are oxygen and iodine. Examples of semimetals are boron and silicon. Click any element on the periodic table to view its properties. We should appreciate the contribution of the scientists in the development of the periodic table, which has brought awareness of the many elements in this world. Based on the periodic table, we found that there are still some empty spaces that need to be filled. Elements with proton number 113 and 115 are new elements that have been found recently. What is the importance of the periodic table? The importance of the periodic table can be summarized as follows. A. It gives a systematic and orderly way of studying elements. B. It gives information about the chemical and physical properties of the elements. C. It enables us to predict the uses of the elements based on their properties. Click each square on the diagram to learn more. The elements in the periodic table are arranged according to the increasing proton number. It can be identified and classified easily based on the location. The vertical column is called group, and the horizontal row is called period. The periodic table provides information on the chemical and physical properties of each element. For example, magnesium is a metal. It is a reactive metal. Magnesium is lustrous. We can predict the uses of the elements based on the chemical and physical properties of known elements. Example: an element which is located in group 1 will react very fast with water.
Use the labeled cards to fill in the blanks of the periodic table.
Your answer is incorrect. Your answer is correct.
1. Describe the metallic nature of the elements based on the table you have filled. Elements with proton number 12 and 29 are metals. Elements with proton number 9 and 16 are non-metals. Elements with proton number 5 and 14 are semimetals. Two. What can you say about the metallic nature of the element with proton number 16? The element on the right is non-metallic. 3. Predict the metallic nature of the element with proton number 12. The element is metallic. Complete the word puzzle. Use the clues to find the 10 hidden words. The words may be spelt across, down, diagonally, or even backwards. Clues. 1. Horizontal rows of the periodic table are called. 2. Metallic properties of elements in group 18 are. 3. Elements in the same group have similar properties. 4. Vertical columns of the periodic table are known as. 5. Elements in the periodic table are arranged according to increasing. 6. One importance of the periodic table is making. 7. Elements that show metal and non-metal properties are called. 8. Atomic size as we go down a group. 9. One property of metal. 10. There are periods in the periodic table.
Your answer is incorrect. This is the correct answer.
The elements grouped on the left-hand side of the periodic table show A. Metallic property, B. Semi-metallic property, C. Non-metallic property, D. Non-conductor property.
Your answer is correct.
Magnesium is a metal. Which position in the periodic table can it be placed? A. W, B. X, C. Y, D. Z.
Your answer is correct.
The elements in the blue-colored area of the periodic table will show A. Ionic property, B. Metallic property, C. Semi-metallic property, D. Non-metallic property.
Your answer is correct.
Predict the metallic nature of element in L. A. Metallic, B. Conductor, C. Semimetal, D. Non-metallic.
Your answer is correct.
Which of the following statements are not true about the importance of the periodic table? A. Able to predict the chemical properties of unknown elements. B. Able to give information on the chemical properties of elements. C. A systematic and orderly way to study properties of elements. D. The chemical properties of the elements are same in different areas.
Your answer is correct.
The figure shows an incomplete periodic table. Answer the following questions about the periodic table using the letters E, J, L, Q, and M. 1. How are the elements arranged in the periodic table? The elements are arranged with increasing proton number or atomic number from left to right. Identify the elements that are in the same group. E and Q. List the elements in the same period. E, J, and L, period 2. Q and M, period 4. Describe the metallic properties from element E to L. Elements change from metal to semi-metal and non-metal from E to L. Which has a bigger atom, element E or Q? Q. Predict the metallic property of element below J. The element below J is a non-metal. 7. State one importance of the periodic table. The importance of the periodic table can be summarized as follows. A. It gives a systematic and orderly way of studying elements. B. It gives information about the chemical and physical properties of the elements. C. We can predict the properties and the uses of elements.
Elements can be classified according to their metallic nature. What do the colored areas in the periodic table represent? State the importance of the periodic table. Click to find out. Elements in these areas show non-metallic properties. Elements in these areas show metallic properties. Elements in these areas show semi-metallic properties. Elements in these areas show non-metallic properties. Elements in these areas show metallic properties. The periodic table is important as it will give a systematic and orderly way of studying elements, give information about the chemical and physical properties of the elements, enable us to predict the properties and uses of elements.
Semimetals are elements that have some properties of metals and non-metals. Many of semimetals are semiconductors. What are the uses of semiconductors? Click the Info button to learn more about the uses of semiconductor. Today, most semiconductor chips and transistors are created with silicon. Semiconductors are found at the heart of microprocessor chips as well as transistors. Anything that's computerized or uses radio waves depends on semiconductors. A diode is the simplest possible semiconductor device. A light-emitting diode, or LED, is a semiconductor device that emits light. The color of the emitted light depends on the chemical composition of the semiconducting material used, and the color can be near ultraviolet, visible, or infrared.